Hi, welcome back to Dayvin Ross Artist Series. I'm Dayvin Ross. Welcome. It's been some time. I've been away for a bit. We can talk about my journey another time, but I'm just happy to be back. And today we're going to be painting something very special for the Valley Folk. Of course, you know the Valley Folk, and their logo is a beautiful circular cornucopia of joy and love and all the things that make a painting explode with life. And so I will be doing my interpretation of the Valley Folk logo, okay? So if you guys are going to be painting along with me today, of course, don't forget, we're going to have your 11 by canvas, and we're also going to have quite a few paints and brushes. Now today we're going to be working with these beautiful colors, so make sure you have those set up and ready right by now for the painting. Those colors are Drandle, Dad's Kiss, Two Shirts. What were some? Give me those other ones.
Rag bag.
Rag bag.
Dang fruit.
Dang fruit.
Rapples.
Rapples.
Housefall.
Housefall.
Dount.
Dount. Dount. Dount.
7 kissers.
7 kissers. 7 kissers.
Y blue K.
Y blue K.
O fug.
Oh fug.
Donkey.
Here you go. Oh fug. Donkey.
Hill bugs.
Hill bugs.
They're sawing so loud.
Is it too loud?
I'm picking that up really a little bit loud.
Hill bugs. Hill bugs.
Grains and grabbers.
God damn it. Grains and grabbers.
Hold on, go again.
Tom's bucket.
Do grains and grabbers again.
Grains and grabbers. Grains and grabbers.
Veronica.
Veronica. Okay. Veronica.
Sleepy Williard.
Sl-
What color is that?
10th.
Reason.
Reason.
Then. Police accident.
Police accident.
Help.
Help.
My favorite is only feathers.
Only feathers.
Tooths.
Tooths.
Dead already.
Dead already. Dead already.
And gave it.
Gave it. So go ahead and get your paints ready. Obviously you're going to want to put some brushes down in a water cup, and we're going to go ahead and do that now. Okay?
Steve, remember you have this center camera too.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yeah.
That's the one.
Okay, yeah. Which camera's the one I'm
Wide.
looking in?
That's the wide.
That's wide?
You can. This worked well for that intro,
Yeah.
but address this one, I think.
Okay.
For the
I'm
rest.
used to having 4 cameras. Where's my 4th? Can I pretend? How about this? In post-production, you can add a still image of my face into a 4th angle. Now cut to that now. All right. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm using a nice long landscape here. Do you see this landscape? Now, when I like to think about landscapes, I go off the canvas and into oblivion. Off the canvas and into oblivion. And oblivion, of course, is where my uncle went, the bus driver. He's in oblivion, and I know it. What? All right. What color are we working with first, Dandy? Wait, what's one of the the pebble and the
camera guy named
Veronica, only
Dandy.
feathers.
only feathers. Okay, yeah, let's
go
start.
for that.
Okay.
Joe, why don't you look at this real quick so you can read them off.
All right, let's get started with our top color today. That's a painter's term. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna bust open this paint boy, and we're gonna scrap up rapples. Well, that's where we're starting first. Get your nice rapples. All right. Now I'm gonna use a tungsten 499, and this one here, this paintbrush, has got me through some dark times. What I want to say is this ain't a normal pony's hairbrush. All right. So let's get the paintbrush wet first. Of course, you want to wet it up and dry it off. I don't use rags. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Feel free to hit that still, though, Steve. Even if
Okay.
it falls.
Okay. These dang things are supposed to be pretty secure. Do you understand? They're supposed to be they're like tree trunks. You ever seen a tree trunk? It doesn't look like it. This boy's got to be strong because I'm going to be banging and banging it the whole time. Do you understand? I'm going to be smacking it with a toothbrush. And I'm going to be smacking it with a paintbrush. I'm going to be smacking up this easel because that's part of my routine. And if you haven't seen my show before, then I don't know why you're here. Do you understand? This is a very sensitive thing that I'm doing here. It's all right. It's called art. Do you understand? And so when I get in there, I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna run around with this painting, and I'm gonna get into a couple fights with it this whole time. And I'm gonna need to be able to smack this up, and if it falls again, I'm gonna get really angry. Do you understand? That's where I'm at. What'd you say? All right, now let's go ahead and start off with the top. Right here, what are we using again? Let's say it all together. Everyone let's all say it together. We're using, what's this color called again, goddammit? Let's get in there with a little bit more, huh? What do you say we cover this whole top layer? That's the plan. You're following along with me at home. You've got this line going real nice. Just keep it straight, keep it steady. Don't be afraid to express yourself in the brush. When I think about these brush strokes, I think about combing the pony's hair. You ever combed a pony's hair? It's a lot harder than anybody else's hair. Because it's a little bit thick. And when you brush it, you gotta be soft. The last thing you want to do is hurt a pony. And so help me God. We're going all the way across here. Obviously, we're going to finish off this nice, perfect line here. And when I say perfect, I mean it. I'm just going to make this line a little bit thicker. I'm getting too much on the edge of the canvas. And that's bad news bears. Yeah, like, Kate, you want to spray my back a little bit? Just like up here under the handkerchief. Like just a little bit, not too much.
How do you spray this?
I think you pump it.
And then, yeah.
Yeah. Like, don't miss.
I think it might.
Okay, wait.
It might be like a straight line. So be.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Did you see that?
Whoa! What the hell just happened?
No, Kevin, don't do it again.
It's coming out the sides.
Like next one.
Yeah. That's okay. Yeah.
That's
Just make sure
dripping.
it's not too much. It shouldn't
It's
be.
dripping now. And you've
Okay.
got like a little splotch.
All right. I'm just fixing this perfect line really quick. Because even when something's perfect, it might need fixing. No one's ever done, you know what I mean? No one's ever done. All right, how's that looking? Does that look nice? Like a lemon yellow sun. Why don't we add some more gravel into it? Scrapper. Why don't we get some more scrapple in here? You know what I want? I'll tell you what I want. And sometimes things change. You know what I mean? When you're right in the middle of it, sometimes things change, and that's all right. So what I want to do is I want to make this line even thicker. Let's lose control. I'm out of control! I'm losing my mind over here. But sometimes you gotta. Or you're never gonna get what you need. Holy shit. That was the fuck was that?
What is that? That might have been the moment, Steve.
Oh my god. Now, I've never watched the Valley Folk. I've never seen anything the Valley Folk has ever done. But their logo's very nice. And that's why I'm here. Well, also because I'm being paid. All right, how's that looking? That looks nice? I think it looks nice. Me too. Who said that? I did. I'm feeling pretty good to move on to the next color. How are you feeling? Sounds good. We're going on to grains and grabbers. So we're going to wet our brush again, and we're still going to stick with our Tingstrom 1935 is the name of that brush. Don't look it up. You don't want this brush. Don't look it up. Don't try to type that into Google. Okay? It's my brush. Now please respect that. All right. Oh, I might put too much on this brush here. How far away is the toilet from the set? God damn it. It's close? It's been about 3 days and I'm feeling it coming, so I might need to just leave the set. What color did we say we were going with again?
Grains and grabbers.
Grains and grabbers! All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Oh, I forgot to pop the top. You understand it? Ooh, she's a gusher, ain't she? Here we go. This is great. This is gonna be great. Now we got our grains and grabbers. Oh, our brush is real wet though, so let's dry her off. I'm gonna get about as angry as I've ever been. This thing's gotta be solid, boys! It's gotta be solid! Did you see that Ford out there? When you came in? That's my truck! It's gotta be built like that Ford truck! Build it back up, guys! Come on! I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind!
It's gonna mess that up.
Is that going to be messed up?
We'll see.
Oh.
Oh, it's all right.
It's clean.
That's perfect. Get that hair out of there, get Gregory. It's not going to happen again? You're telling me with your eyes, and I'm telling you right back. You're going to have another chance. That's just a guess. But I'm going to lose control. I'm telling you what, I'm going to lose control downstairs, and you're going to have a second to reinforce that when I'm out of the room. That's your chance. All right. Now, I hate it when a painting ends up on the floor, but sometimes it just has to, because you never know what your setup is going to be. But if a painting ever hits the floor 3 times, that's a done deal. That's never going to be a painting. It's not art after that. It's trash. Okay, let's get some of this in here, huh? Now I'm being a little careless because I'm feeling 3 or 4 different emotions right now. One of those is aroused. And I will say this. If you're not at least a little bit aroused while you're painting, then you don't have what it takes. I've been around the world. I've been around the world. And everywhere I go, there's bad stuff. But inside your mind is where the good stuff is. I've traveled the world looking for the most beautiful things, and I never found them. But it's okay, because inside my head are the most beautiful things you've ever seen. You'll never see them because they're mine. But I'll never see yours because they're yours. My Uncle Danny got into a bad wreck last weekend, and we didn't think he was going to make it, and I truly didn't think he was going to make it. And I'm sad to say that I was right. But I'm not sad to say that my intuition is usually right. And that was a bad wreck. This is looking great, huh? All right, we're getting back in here. We're getting some more of this. Just lather it on. Just spread it. Spread it out. Spread it as far as you feel makes sense. If you had a big canvas, you did it wrong, but that's okay. But remember and know that you did it wrong. Never forget you did it wrong. My dad never let me forget it. He used to take me twice upstairs. Usually to watch a movie with him or something, but it was bad. They were bad movies. Dad, why are you showing me RoboCop 2? RoboCop 1's way better, Dad. Shut the fuck up, son, he'd tell me. We're watching RoboCop 2. Dad, it doesn't make sense. The kids at school... the kids at school talking about RoboCop 1 and nothing makes sense, and then no one's talking about RoboCop 2, Dad. Shut your mouth, kid. Dayvin, you shut your mouth. Dad, I don't understand RoboCop 2. Because I didn't see part 1, Dad. You understand? How can you show someone part 2 of something when there's a part 1? I'm fascinated by RoboCop. And to this day, I still haven't seen RoboCop 1. And I don't think I ever will. I'm going to be the one to say it. It's hot in here. Anybody else? Raise your hand if you think it's hot in here. Okay, I'm the only one. Well, I think it's hot in here. Will you please put on the AC? Someone please put on the goddamn air conditioning. Sorry, I didn't mean to say goddamn. How's that looking, everybody? I think it looks nice. I think it looks great. But you know what I want to do? Because I like using lines. I like using straight lines. Straight as an arrow. I like using straight ass lines. Because I love it so much. But I'll tell you what. This is a special painting. And I'm probably going to want to use this. I'm going to probably want to break up this straight line.
Let's get your back a little bit
Yeah, I was
wet.
gonna
Yeah.
say he said it's hot.
Yeah. Get them under my armpits, too.
Okay, I'm gonna do up here a little bit. Oh god. Wait, lift your arms.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get just a little bit more grains and grabbers in here. Oh, man. All right. I like using grains and grabbers. It's a versatile paint. And what does versatile mean? Ooh, now we're getting spontaneous. Now we're getting surprising. Now I'm going to scare my friends. You know what I mean? What we're doing here now is we're making a few peaks. That's right. Because that Valley Folk logo, it has peaks. How's that looking? Is that nice? We want these peaks to be pretty high, though. Higher than the ones that my dad survived. My dad was a mountain climber. He didn't come back. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think he wanted to come back. That's looking nice, isn't it? Now, these mountains don't need to be perfect. Mine are. But yours don't need to be perfect. That's looking nice, isn't it? And now I'm going to want to get on the other side of the painting, and that's a painter's turn. And here we go. I'm going to get over on this side. I'm not trying to scare you. But I want to make some peaks over here, too. Isn't that great? Now we've got this whole mountains. It ain't ruined, is it? It's not ruined, is it? Sometimes you do things that you don't mean. We're going to get through this. We're going to figure it out. Because figuring things out at the end of the day, that's all we have. It may look like I'm ruining it, but I'm not. All right, let's start. Let's get in here with a different color now. Different colors are nice, right? Boy, I love different colors. That's why I became a painter. Now it is a little too cold, isn't it? You don't have to. Well, we're live, so I guess. It's cold. I'm cold now. It's got to be 53 degrees or I'm not painting. You understand? Anything lower than that, And I'm an ice cube. All right? Let's respect it. Let's respect the art. Let's respect the arts. Now I'm going to get in there with blue. Because blue is the color of the ocean, isn't it? I think so. I'd love to see the ocean, but I've got ocean blindness. When I go see the ocean, or what you call the ocean, all I can see is sand. It just goes on, the sand. All I see is sand at the beach. And when I see a beautiful film like Surf's Up, all the ocean water looks like sand. Dry off your brush. I'm going to take a 75-minute lunch.
Great.
So fucking angry. Dry off your brush.
I almost want to like slide this over so if you walk around you hear it crack.
Yeah, you should. You should. Yeah. Bad time for me to come back in, and I'm ready to brush. And I brought myself a nice new brush. We're going to need to get an ocean in there, aren't we? Because it takes an ocean, doesn't it? That's beautiful. God bless America. What is the ocean? I can't tell what it is. For obvious reasons. But even when you describe what it is it? Can you tell me what it is? Dayvin, it's a bunch of water. And I get that. But what is it? I was up all night last night thinking about the ocean. I couldn't sleep. What is it? I said out loud. No one could hear me, but what is it I said out loud? It's terrifying. It's like a whole world beneath your feet. I'm scared of it. You know what the ocean is, some people say? They say it's God's tummy. And I do get a good giggle out of that one.
I love how you have ocean blindness and you're trying to figure out what the ocean is. These burps are the best you've ever done.
My doctor said it ain't right to have not gone to the bathroom for over 4 days. This looks great. This is a wonderful flowing river. Now I can see rivers, and I've seen many of them. This is the place I want to be. I'd rather be here in this painting. And I do say that a lot. And I've gotten a lot of your letters. And I have actually read a lot that you guys have noticed over the years that I have mentioned that I would love to enter my paintings. And so for the past 14 years, I've been looking for a witch doctor that can enter my physical body into one of my paintings. And there's no amount of money on this planet that I wouldn't use to get into one of my paintings. And I fully believe that a witch can get me into my painting. Which camera's mine? This one? I wish you guys knew that I was aware of how much you were all talking before we were shooting. And now that we're shooting, mum's the word, isn't it? I think so. All right. Now we want to get in there. Excuse me. Now what I want to do is I want to get in here with those trees that hang out right up front. There's a whole, I'd say, egg shape of trees that we can just plaster right on in there. And that's where I'm going next. All right? Now these trees, I want them to look a little darker. Because if you've looked at the logo, you understand that what we have here is the trees are darker. So what we're using here is tooths. Only a little bit. You want to savor your paints. That's what I like to do. I like to use every inch of paint. I've never wasted a paint in my life, and I'm not about to start. And this is my show. And what I say goes, doesn't it? All right. All right, we're going to dry off our brush. Is that my fault? You saw it. It's not my fault. I asked you. How many times did I ask you? Now here's what we're going to do because of the nice gentleman here at the office. What we're going to do is we're going to finish this painting. But the second it's finished, I'm taking you to a hospital and we're going to put that painting inside you. Let's get it cleaned up. Yeah. Cool.
Oh gosh, that glass sound is so good. You're good.
All right. All right, well, let's get in. I can't paint when I'm angry. I might need a 39-minute break. where I'm going to go and have 3 or 4 roast beef sandwiches. The doctor says that's what's backing me up. All the roast beef that I eat. I throw the bread away. All I eat is the beef. But I shovel down 13 or 14 pounds of roast beef. I put down about 13 or 14 pounds of roast beef a day into my body because that red meat processes itself into energy for me, and I haven't had to sleep for 13 weeks. And now I'm painting again. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make this shadow layer here, this foreground shadow layer here. We're going to cover a great deal of this section here. And it's going to look a lot like I'm just making shapes. But what ends up happening is we get in there with that fine detail brush. And everything's going to look great. You'll see. Just hang on. Just hang on. This looks nice. This reminds me of that eggplant I saw in the road the other day. What's that eggplant doing in the road, I said to the taxi driver who spoke 0 English. That's fine. It was neat, though, to see an eggplant. I've never seen one before in my life. I'm going to get a more fine brush in there now because now it's time to do some of these finer details. And we're going to stick with tooths. Okay? But we're going to wet this little brush. That's a dry brush, isn't it? And that's how dry you want it. I'm going to get in here in these details around the mountains. Be as precise as you possibly can. Because you know what? I'll tell you what, crooked lines don't look good. They'll never look good. My teacher, Miss Sotheby, she said to me, "You're not a straight line, Dayvin." And I said, "What does that mean?" And she said, "You'll never know." And the next day she died. Mysterious circumstances, some kind of poison. But she died. I thought that was very strange. She said that to me. A child. I couldn't have been more than 9 years old. She said that to me. She's in oblivion now. A lot of bad folks go to oblivion. One day I'll go. I'm not as bad as they are, but I'm pretty bad. And I've made a lot of big mistakes in Las Vegas. These details are coming together really nice, aren't they? This looks great. And sometimes I like to get in there and add some things that were never there to begin with. And that's what painting is. Adding in things that were never there to begin with. Like me. I wasn't here before I began. Were you? This looks good. I'm very happy about this right now. And of course, where we're going to go now is we're going to add wonderful sun that comes out over the horizon. And this is going to be very nice. Sometimes the sun moves. You ever seen it? It's quick. The way the sun moves. It's very fast. And you gotta keep your eye on it or you'll miss it. Keep your eye on the moon, I say too. The moon's not as fast as the sun. This brush has gone downhill, so I'm gonna use this one now. I'm gonna get in here and wet it up and dry it off. This should be dry. And then we're going to get in here with one of my favorite colors. Remember to only use a little bit of it. Now, you know, I'll say, hey, Dayvin, whoa, what are you doing? I've seen the Valley Folk logo. That's not where the sun is in the Valley Folk logo. And I'm telling you right now to relax. I'm taking some artistic liberties. Ah! And as I said before, the sun does move. That's looking nice, isn't it? That's not where the sun goes, some of you are saying. Still saying, even though I said it 3 times, what I was really doing with it. Well, we're having a great time, aren't we? This isn't the right brush for what I'm doing right now. Ooh, this is looking nice. That's a nice Christmas Eve. Oh, nice. That looks nice. Yeah, I'm feeling this. This is like September morn, isn't it? When you wake up September morn. That looks nice. We're going to need to mix them in a little bit more different colors into the mix. Let's get a little bit of down in there. Because I do love when you get a little color separation. You understand? That's a painter's term. Use a little bit of it. Sometimes you just get an idea in your head and you just go for it. Now, I'm not going to ask for more money, but you're going to keep this, right? And that's a piece of art. It's gorgeous. Actually, I'm going to take it. Okay? It's hot as hell in here! Sorry. Sorry, I don't usually say the Lord's name. But it's very hot in here. Do you understand? Oh, hell. I don't know if I can work no more unless it gets a little colder. What are we at? 69? Oh, no. No. That's like the sun. I need something a little cooler, you understand? Make it colder. Yeah, like even more, yeah. That looks like a little carrot on there, doesn't it? When's lunch? Because it's been about 7 hours and I'm not done with this thing, so Maybe get me some sandwiches. He's gonna go to Corner Bakery or something. That looks nice. That's a nice healthy color in it. I think that looks great. I'm very pleased. That's very nice. Very realistic. This is almost done, guys. And then we'll call it a day. And then we'll go to the bar and we'll drink so much we'll forget where we are in life and if we're doing well or not. Let's get our fine brush back in there. Our T20, and we'll get in there and we'll get some detail here. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice bit of detail in it. I'll never forget these details. I was asked to forget the details of a specific crime that I witnessed back in 2005. I was in a mall in Simi Valley. And what had happened is someone's Irish setter got loose in the mall. Someone brought their dog into the mall, and they thought that that was a good idea. And of course, it was the largest mass allergic reaction to a dog. And the truth is that dog had come from Spain. And you can't import dogs from Spain because of dog fever. And of course, everybody in that mall died, but I didn't. But I was asked to keep a lid on it, but it's been long enough. And I've been keeping that inside. And some of the doctors I've been seeing say that my bowel problems come as a result of what that dog did that day in 2005. This is why I can't remember my middle name, my mom, or my birthday. Urethra. How's that looking, kids? That's looking nice, isn't it? And I want to get in there real lightly. I don't want it to be as defined as the other lines. That's looking nice, isn't it? I think we just need a couple more details and then we can call it Christmas. What I like to do is I'll take a little bit more of this tooths and we'll put some of those lines in. The rays of the shaft, the rays of the penis, it emanates. Just like the sun. That looks nice. Doesn't that look nice? And we're just about wrapping up here. Ugh. Oh. Just make sure some of these lines look a little bit better there. How's that look, guys, huh? Everybody makes it look nice, and I bet. And now my last finishing touches, I want to put my signature in. And since what I usually use is black, I'm going to have to use a different color now because that whole bottom part of the frame there is black, isn't it? This is a little darker than some of the ones that I've put out before, a little bit less color. But 19, what I've used here is the separation of 19, which is a painter's term that I learned back when I was in Crumbles College. I learned all about painting techniques. And what I like to do is I like to use a different color. If I've got a color down here, I like to use a different color. Now, a lot of painters don't do that. Dayvin. Well, that's not coming out so well, is it? Let's try again. Dayvin. That looks nice. How's that signature looking, guys? It looks good? Now let's review. We've got our composition here, we've got our foreground, we've got our background, we've got our pool of water here, and of course we've got our member. And everything's looking nice, isn't it? Now I hope yours looks as good as this one. Guys, thank you so much for watching and for learning and for painting along with me. And at home, I want to know what yours looks like. Does yours look like this? Use the hashtag #YesYours, and we'll get that online, and maybe we'll take a look at how it looks like. But for now, I think this is a beautiful painting. I think the Valley folk are going to enjoy it quite a bit. Turn around, don't make a sound, Dayvin.
This is why I don't do commissions.
Great. Look at your fucking shirt. Oh my gosh. Wonderful.